Dungeon Quest, one of Roblox's most popular RPGs. This game recently hit its 1 billion visits update, which was filled with things that allowed players to give their accounts significant boosts to their level and inventory. There was a ×2 experience boost, a ×3 cosmetic chance, and a higher chance for obtaining legendary weapons. Now, I personally obtained many legends from many different dungeons and obtained almost every cosmetic from every dungeon. And I want to share with you guys how I was able to do that regularly. So come, sit around the fire and grab a snack, because I want to give you guys special tricks and tips for obtaining legendary weapons, and now also legendary spells, in every dungeon of Roblox's most epic RPG yet, Dungeon Quest. Before I continue with the video, I just want to let you guys know that if you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop it a like and subscribe for more content similar to this. I also want to tell you that I stream weekly over on Twitch. I play games such as Apex Legends, Valorant, Minecraft, and sometimes even Dungeon Quest itself. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. If you like what you see, make sure to drop me a follow and come say hi. I hope to see you in there, whether in the chat or even in-game. Tip number 1. Play with a group. You heard me right. The first tip that I have for you today is to go and find a group of players to play with. Sounds easy enough? Because it is easy enough. You could grab your friends and farm that way. You could grab like 1 or 2 randoms and grind that way. Or you can even join a group that has an open lobby for your level and grind with them. It's ultimately up to you. However, the game is super fun to play with others, whether with your friends or not. Now, to further increase your chances of winning a dungeon run, do lobbies with like 4 to 7 players, and then have some of the players mix up their playstyles for those specific dungeon runs. For example, if you are running a group of 4, have a healer and 3 DPS. If you are running 7 players, have 5 DPS, 1 healer, and 1 tank. Mix and match the playstyles and see what works best for your group's playstyle. If you're having trouble finding groups to play with, check around the numerous DQ discords, and you may be able to find some people to grind with. Just be careful out there, as there are a bunch of crazy people out there in the world. I mean, you are watching a video that was made by one of those crazies. Crazy, huh? Tip number 2. Get the Extra Item Game Pass. The Extra Item Game Pass is an in-game item that can be bought while in the lobbies or on the game's page. It's pretty expensive in Robux-wise, but let me tell you something. It is worth it if you can get it. I personally got it a while ago, and I can say that it was one of the best things that I was able to purchase on Roblox ever. I highly recommend that you do that, since you get 1 extra item on everything. Dungeons, wave defense, boss raids, and even daily rewards. Also, if you want to get another item for your dailies only, join the official DQ Roblox group. All members get an extra item in their dailies, bringing your total item tally up to 4, which used to be 5 due to the billion visit update that recently the game was reverted from. How about that? Tip number 3. Play on hardcore mode. This next tip is going to be appreciated by all of you free-to-play players out there, as the hardcore mode is 100% free of charge and money, and is available for every player to play, regardless of level, dungeon, or equipment, albeit it has a pretty steep catch to come alongside it. For the newer players out there, hardcore is a mode in the game that provides a challenge to players, while also providing more loot upon successful completion of a dungeon. The catch is that if you die on hardcore, you are dead for the entire run, and can no longer help your party out on the run. However, you may still obtain loot, experience, and gold on that run, however, if your other party members actually complete the dungeon. So, Combine this tip with the previous 2 tips, and you can get 3 items per run on every successful dungeon run. Pretty cool, am I right? And my final tip is practice dodging and not dying as much. Now, if you aren't even winning any dungeons at all, you may want to write this tip down. This game can be quite tough at times if you aren't careful, so knowing how to dodge and evade attacks are a critical part of how Dungeon Quest plays and functions. Failure to dodge can and will cost you and your team time, or even the entire run if things go sour enough. Luckily enough for you guys, there is one dungeon that you can do to improve your skills at dodging. And that dungeon is Egg Island. I know, I can hear you say, "But Salty, Egg Island did not find him." I know, it was partially annoying for me to farm myself as well. However, it is great for learning to dodge. If you are willing, that is, to sit through the grind and give it a lick of effort. Alternatively, if you really don't want to do Egg Island, try practicing King's Castle's Archmage boss fights, and try to study the attack dodge prioritization and attack memorization skills. If you can learn those 2 skills, you will do great in Dungeon Quest. Just remember that everything in life requires time, so have a little bit of patience. Think about this. Vinny didn't make Dungeon Quest in a day, now did he? Comments question of the day. The last video's question was, if VCafe were to hire you to make a dungeon, what would you make? That video had a bunch of responses, however, I want to feature one viewer who left an idea. This comment was actually the top comment from the previous video. A big thanks to HyperGamer for commenting on the video and for sharing their thoughts. Now, they actually left 2 comments, but I merged them into one single comment for the sake of this video. Here is what they had to say about the previous video. I would like to make a underwater dungeon. Like, a underwater dungeon would be pretty cool. I agree with this completely. Like, an ocean palace dungeon where you would fend off the evil forces of Poseidon and raid his bounty for loot. Dude, this would be so much fun. Remember, if you want your comment featured in the next DQ video, then make sure to respond to the comment question of the day. The question for today is, if you were to make a legendary spell, what would you make? Alrighty, that is all I have for you today. Remember, if you have any theories, ideas, or discussions that you would like to have about anything related to Dungeon Quest, feel free to leave them in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like the video and share it with all of your friends that like Dungeon Quest, and subscribe for more content similar to this. I also want to remind you that I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday over on Twitch. Drop me a follow, come say hi, and I hope to see you there, or even in game. Thanks for watching, and remember, my salty crew, don't get salty now.